It's okay.
We haven't played our intro yet.
I'm sorry. That was
Come on, Noah.
a hard start.
Yeah, but you don't know what they're gonna say in the
I have to
bathroom when
find
you're
the-
in a stall with a kid and
Right.
don't touch my pee pee.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a weird one.
I didn't think about that. I could have gotten. Now you got me.
Could have gone south. You're not. You're gonna now. He has an excuse not to take Otto to the bathroom.
Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. We go. We go. 3 dudes on the mic. Pod bus taking flight. Joey, Josh, and Brett talking God all night. Lesson lessons too. Bible stories crew. Every episode, something fresh and new. Pop us on your feed, spreading light and glee. Joey, Josh, and Brett talking scripture free. They got funny vibes, Christian tales with pride. Keep you entertained on this holy ride. Funny banter strong, you can't go wrong. Tune in every week for the sacred song. Pop us on your feed, spreading light and glee. Joey, Josh, and Brett talking scripture free.
What up, what up, what up?
What it do? What's up? You guys all right?
I was reading your how the turntables have turned.
Oh, yeah, that's for Josh.
Hey, Josh.
I was talking about how I'm never here. Here I am. Here he is not.
I think he's missing because he's starting the transition.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. So.
I'm not excited for it.
You seem
you're
excited.
about to have a sister-in-law.
I already have one.
Well, a one that's actually a man.
Switch the camera, Joey.
What? Oh, yeah, thanks.
Now they don't know who said that, me or you.
Who's it gonna be?
Hey, I picked the right one.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm on the computer today.
The ones and twos is
It's
Josh.
been a
says it.
while.
Ins and dust.
Been a while. So, hopefully I won't mess this up too bad. How's life?
Going.
Yeah, don't everybody talk at once, you know?
It's kind of depressing.
Really?
Life, yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, it's cold, it's snowy, it's work.
I was told today that we're supposed to get, and I have not confirmed this with anyone, like another foot of snow next week. Has
Yeah.
anybody seen that?
I heard we're supposed to get snow into like the first week of March, which is
Okay.
crazy.
It's okay.
A foot
It's
of snow
okay.
this week?
Next week.
I don't.
The
I
same
don't know.
person told me it's not on the Weather Channel yet. And I was like, well, then how do
Then
you know?
Is there crystal ball?
Crystal?
They're friends with indigenous people.
Yeah. The Farmer's Almanac says.
Yeah.
Actually, the Farmer's Almanac can be pretty accurate. Kind of creepy.
Oh, Sunday.
Snow? I saw a lot of
Sunday.
rain for Sunday.
Snow during the morning will taper off and give way to cloudy skies.
No. That's like the only day of the
Ew.
week I don't want it to snow.
90% chance of rain on Sunday, and then it's going to be freezing cold all next week.
Yep.
I just want to ride my motorcycle.
Wanna ride my motorcycle?
Speaking of motorcycles, Colin, did you get that going?
No, I didn't. I need to.
Did you try
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Tried to start it. Yeah.
again?
Yeah. No. I still don't think it's been warm enough yet.
What, you just think it's just too cold? So I don't know much about
I
the
don't
older
either.
bikes.
I don't either.
We need to find somebody that does. Or Brett said we might
I
have
was
found.
gonna say.
yeah.
Yeah. I just need to reach out to him.
Help us out. If anyone out there knows how to work on a. Now, oh yeah, we have a new flavor of Liquid Death.
Yeah.
The
Cola.
Coke.
Killer Cola. It's the
Killer
Coca-Cola
Cola.
impersonation.
Liter cola.
I like how they had to change the name of the Arnold Palmer to the
Dead billionaire.
Dead billionaire. I think they turned it back.
to Arnold.
We've talked about this, but I
Yeah,
think they
armless
turned it back.
Palmer.
They,
They did. They
won the
won- they
case.
won the
Like they
case.
went to, yeah.
because
Because it's called
armless.
Armless Palmer.
Mhm.
And Palmer's not
Right.
trademarked, and neither is
Carson.
Armless.
Carson might have.
Yeah.
Did you see that Pat Riley had the term three-peat? What's the word? Trademarked?
And how mad is he right now that he
Yeah. So the NFL had to get like the permission to use it, and he copyrighted it in like every way it could be written, like three-peat, like the name Pete,
Oh,
and like
geez.
like a bunch of different ways so that he could cover everything, just making money off other people using the phrase.
That's crazy.
What do you think about
Crazy
the
smart.
the Super Bowl halftime show?
I was in a large crowd, not a large crowd, but I was in a crowd, and I couldn't hear it very clearly. I heard the audio balancing was pretty rough, like you couldn't hear his words over the volume. I don't know much at all about the beef between
What?
him and Drake. I know the smallest amount. I thought it was the least choreographed halftime show I've seen in a long time. Like we could have been the
I wasn't
dancers.
impressed.
I
to
don't
be
think it was
honest.
about that.
No, it must not have been. I
It's
I
not.
was not super entertained. I won't lie. It was just
It was better than Usher.
I don't know. Usher at least performed.
yeah. At least he like did stuff.
I don't know.
He didn't really.
They-
I would have
I'm
preferred
into
Lil
the
Wayne.
beef though, so I know a lot about that.
I wanted Lil Wayne to show up. If they'd have thrown
I
Lil
know.
Wayne in, I'd have been a
I was
huge
hoping
fan.
they were gonna throw somebody.
They
else
couldn't
out
do
there.
that because Lil Wayne and Drake are buddies.
I wanted the
Mm.
lights to go out. I wanted to hear the flick of the lighter, and I wanted Lil Wayne to come out. Then I would have lost it.
You're a
The
fangirl.
the 50
For-
Cent,
yeah,
50 Cent, and all of them.
Oh,
that's the best
was
halftime show of all time.
A really good one.
Second best.
I was gonna say Michael Jackson's was
Oh, Prince.
crazy. Prince was good.
Prince was real good.
Coldplay's was
Coldplay's
really
was
good.
good.
They say U2. I don't remember U2.
And Kendrick's good. I'm not saying he's not. It was just like it was super chill, which
Yeah.
I think they wanted it to be that. But
I just love when he's rapping the song that Drake said that he was going to sue him if
Yeah.
he used.
when he
First
lo-
off, that's kind of a weak move, and if you're in a beef or
yeah,
saying, "Hey, if you perform this song, I'm going to sue you."
Right.
look at what the world's taken from us. Rap beefs used to end in the streets, all right, and now it's ending in the courtroom. Come on now, we're gonna sue people. Just write a better song. Just write a better diss
But
track.
everybody was mad at Tekashi 6ix9ine, but he was the he was
I
the
can't
only
believe
real
he's
one.
still alive.
I don't know much about him.
He's the one that went to court and ratted literally every
Yeah.
rapper and
Yeah.
But it's yeah, if you have time, you should go through because after I did it before the Super Bowl, but after the Super Bowl, I started from song 1. You can follow the beef all the way through the songs.
You mean the
Mm.
whole show was just a
It was a big middle finger
To Drake?
Yeah,
okay?
I mean on national TV at the Super Bowl, he called him a
He did.
child guy.
He said when he looked in the mic and
did.
said, "Hey Drake," or
That's
say
the best
Drake.
meme
That's-
ever.
with a smile. I've seen the meme. Say Drake. Like, oh.
If I send this to you, it means I'm coming. That's what the one I saw.
I haven't seen that one.
Means I'm. Well, I forget what.
I like the ones where it's like Kendrick's lawyers and like the song, the
I agree, Randy.
will hit.
T-Pain would have been better.
Oh, have you heard
T-Pain.
T-Pain like
Yeah.
not auto-tuned?
Yeah,
He won
he's-
the Masked Singer.
He has an album called,
Great.
I think it's called Under the Covers. It's where it's not like that. It's covers like he covers
Yeah.
other bands' songs. Whew.
Yeah.
Man grew up singing in like gospel choir, like
So
in
I
church.
wonder what got him into the auto tune industry.
Money. I
I was
mean,
gonna say.
Yeah,
it
but if
made
you
him
can
a
sing-
ton
Well,
of
and
money.
whenever he was coming up, like that was like
Yeah.
new. Like, I mean, Cher is probably. I think Cher is like the one that patented the
Did she?
auto tune.
I didn't know
Do you
that.
believe in
Do
life
you
after love?
believe in life after love?
See, we could have got that for the.
Everybody knows that song.
You know who we're gonna get because Jay-Z runs.
Well, Cher
the-
can't really move now anymore, right?
Well,
She has that disease. Is that
Lupus.
Cher?
I don't know.
Or was it Celine? Yeah, it's Cher. No. It's like where your bones harden.
Yeah, it's
To where you can't-
lupus, isn't it?
Is that I don't know. It had some weird long, like super explanatory. Yeah, like name for what the disease does to you. It was weird.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You see me stringing syllables together here.
well, so Jay-Z's in charge of the Super Bowl halftime show. Which,
Oh yeah.
which is crazy because he's under some allegations. Anyway.
Have you seen all this stuff about how he paid $100 million to get Beyonce the country
I have-
country
is that
album of the
is that
year?
any of that true?
I mean, it makes sense.
I've heard
She's going to
it.
be the next Super Bowl halftime because he runs it. He gets the deals for the artist, and
How do you
Let's
not
just
have
hope
Lil
Justin
Wayne?
Timberlake comes out there with her,
He would be
rips
great.
off some
Oh my
article.
gosh, that's not what I meant by that.
that would be great.
There's no
Best
way they're
halftime
getting away
show
with the part
ever.
2. There's no way they're getting away with the part 2.
I thought it was funny. I was online. Somebody was like, "This halftime show is terrible," and then somebody said Prince was way better, and then another guy was like, "Yeah, I personally like the Janet Jackson one myself."
Agreed.
No, the one with Bengals.
Oh, the
Yeah, Bengals Rams. Sorry, got
Yeah.
choked up.
Evan McPherson came out from halftime
Yeah.
early to watch it.
It was Eminem and 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah,
they all
Kendrick
came
Lamar.
out.
Kendrick was
Yeah.
in that. That one was sick.
That one was pretty.
I just
awesome.
thought it was kind of under what the bar is for a Super Bowl halftime show. It besides the beef, it was pretty just bleh.
Well, you
Like
know,
it needed the beef to be any good.
yeah. Well, and he had Serena Williams out there doing the
Crip-
crip walk.
crip
because
walk.
I
she
knew that
date-
was her.
she dated Drake.
Yeah.
That's why she was there.
Yeah.
And then the other performer that sang the song with him.
When she's from Compton too.
yeah,
SZA.
yeah. She
I learned that at the halftime show, by the way. She came
She-
on and we were like, "Who is that?"
she
And
was
someone's like, "It's
she's
SZA."
also an ex of Drake. That's why he's.
Oh, I didn't even know.
I didn't know
that.
Drake was getting around like that.
Oh yeah.
I thought she was a bit old for him.
Allegedly.
that's
Do
what
we have to say
Kendrick-
allegedly?
That's
Allegedly.
what Kendrick says. so.
Allegedly. No, he doesn't say it allegedly. He says it clearly and with his chest, which he's a very small man, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing I got from that was like, you're small. You're a
That,
really little dude.
that in his groovy pants.
He did have the bell bottoms, right?
I did see a meme that said, because the last song he sang was a new one. It's called Turn the TV Off. And somebody said, I wish he would have told me this before the halftime show.
I wouldn't say it was like bad.
Yeah.
It just
it
wasn't-
wasn't. Yeah,
You have to like that music, and people
Right.
that are over 35 don't like that music.
right.
That,
I mean-
that number's about to change.
I just
Yeah.
thought the performance
Yeah,
aspect of
the
it
music
was
is-
like
Yeah, the performance was
at least
kinda
like
light.
well, and even the weekend, like
he was that dude was moving.
He's one of my favorite artists.
he's got a crazy good voice.
You know, I thought like I never saw him for the first like year that I knew he existed. I don't know why. Thought he was white.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
You know whose music I also like?
and I saw him and I was like, oh,
Lil Nas X.
I don't.
What? You
don't-
like Lil Nas X?
Yeah, I think his music's catchy.
Colin's making a face right now. I don't
you
know.
don't like it?
No.
The Old Town Road. My kids love that song.
Okay, maybe like his first song you ever put out, but
I don't know anything after that entire album. I
I
don't
don't-
know.
we'll have to YouTube one
I've
of his
seen
latest
I
songs.
know.
He went down the Sam Smith,
oh, really?
road.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so I didn't know. any
Who's
of
that?
the British guy that like they went like really dark and like started like devil. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
wow,
he's the
Brett.
one that did. He's
wow,
the one that did the
Brett.
blood in the shoes.
Yes.
Remember that?
And
Yes.
Brett likes the music.
The music is
Wow.
catchy.
Wow.
He has a music video where he's like pole dancing and doing a striptease on the devil's lap.
Yes, that's a.
I don't think we should support that. No matter how catchy it is.
It's catchy.
Wow.
I
I'm
know.
gonna go into my segment now. You good? Okay. I don't have anything. Totally out. What? Hey, he brought his own Diet Coke.
I put that in there.
He's got a Diet Coke button.
I don't care.
All right, Brett, I'm gonna bail you out and go to my segment.
Sit down and listen up to what Joey's got to say.
Are we getting any comments?
Oh, I forgot to put multi-stream on. Sorry. No.
Josh has been commenting
Where?
I
on
think
Facebook.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
my.
say
Oh my.
Billy Ray. Yeah, that's true. Because Billy Ray's the one who got him.
Creed didn't do the Super Bowl halftime though. They did a Dallas Cowboys halftime.
that
right?
would be. I would listen to that.
Oh,
I
I
would
would.
too.
Yes, please. I mean, 3 30-year-old white dudes, roughly. I mean, of course, we're going to be down for Creed, but I'm not anti-Kendrick. And I
No.
thought, but I just thought that the actual performance was lackluster. But Samuel L. Jackson was there. That was cool.
What's up, Jenna?
Samuel L. Janae, soul to soul to Billy Ray. My segment. Here we go. All right. So I've been listening to these podcasts. It's a show called Cautionary Tales. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah.
No.
You know it?
I
Hey!
haven't listened to it, but I've heard other people's podcasts talk about it.
Okay, it's really cool. It's basically, it tells stories about like disasters, which is the sad part. But then even more sad, like how they could have been easily avoided by certain just little things happening. Like it's a cautionary tale. It tells you how something bad to happen. This is what we can learn from and how we can go forward. Right. So I used there's a 2-part episode. I used the first part in a sermon actually a couple weeks ago, and it's have you heard of the air disaster in Tenerife? It was in this. It's the largest loss of life in an airplane crash ever. It happened on a runway in Tenerife, which I think is in somewhere in the UK. Right?
Okay.
But like it was super foggy. Planes got diverted. The captain of one plane was kind of a hot shot and thought he heard that he was clear for takeoff, but he wasn't, and ended up taking off on a runway that was still occupied. And so as he's taking off, one plane is still on the runway. They see each other way too late. He tries to lift up, almost clears the plane, but just clips it.
Oh,
But
geez.
clips it enough to wreck his plane. It kills everybody in his plane instantly. And then it killed a handful of the engines hit the plane and the fuselage did. So anyone that it hit, obviously it killed. But everybody else on the plane survived initially.
Jeez.
The pilot and the co-pilot of the plane that got hit saw the plane coming at them full speed, right? So they veered to the left to try to get off the runway. So it hit them at an angle. They said inside the cab, it only sounded like just a dull thud. Like it was underwhelming.
Oh, geez.
And then they turned around and like the whole top of the plane's gone. And they had to jump like 40 feet out of the cockpit to the ground. Because
they
there was
survived?
yeah, there was no way to get out. Like all the first class behind them was gone, basically. Like the top level of it. So like it was crazy how it went.
So
I
the
coughed
pilot
all
survived,
day.
but nobody else did.
No. So they estimate that, so I mean, there's a ton of people on those planes. They estimate that like 150, maybe even 200 people survived the initial impact, but only 71 made it off the plane.
Oh, geez.
Because when the top plane hit, it dumped a bunch of fuel
Right.
onto the plane. And so a fire started. All the fire suppression systems were destroyed by the impact. And what they found was that a high percentage of the people, the bodies they found that were identifiable, ended up having soot in their trachea.
Oh,
Which-
so they were still alive. and
Exactly.
just inhaled.
Many of them were still in their seat buckled. And so this whole episode, the second part, was about like fight or flight, which is something most people have heard of. It's like when you're in a trauma, high stress environment, the common thought was you fight or flight. You
Right.
either fight back or you run.
Right.
And if you've been in a situation where it required that type of response, then you know what you did. Like you either fought back or you ran. There's people that run toward the destruction and there's people that go out, right? But what this study helped them find out was that there's a third F, basically. So there's fight and there's flight, but there's also freeze.
Yeah.
And people who survived said they were like in their seat. It all happened. And they looked up and they're like, oh, I need to get off this plane. Took their belt off and they'd look at the people next to them. They'd be like, hey, we need to get off the plane. And they were just like 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah. Like
It-
zoned.
Yeah. And a lot of them died like frozen like that because the title was frozen on a burning plane.
Diesel.
Right. And like the one guy, he was there with his wife and he realized like we need to get out. And he nudged her and he's like, we need to get out. And she recognized him and she was like trying to get out. Well, they were right next to a part of the fuselage that had been ripped open. He bailed out. They fell like 25 feet, which is not a small distance, by the way.
No.
Like we say that.
So
but
what?
that's-
2.5 stories is
Yeah.
10 feet is a story, right?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah.
She, in the stress of everything, forgot how to take her seatbelt off.
Oh, geez.
And she survives, but she tells the story later and she's like, I was sitting there staring at my buckle and she flew all the time. So it wasn't like she didn't understand what to do, but her brain was just frozen. And she said she was like pulling on it and trying to press a button. But if like on a plane, they're not a
Right.
button. It's like a flap, right? Like
Yeah.
a lift. And so she was like pressing a button and it wasn't there. And she's thinking, I'm going to die in this seat because I can't get, and finally she ended up figuring it out. But like intelligent woman who
Yeah.
normally knows how to do it, but
Knows the process.
under the
Right.
pressure, you
It's the
freeze.
shock.
So-
You go into the shock of
Yeah.
just
wow, this is happening.
Yeah. So the research ended up finding that what they think is that everyone freezes initially, but not everybody has the instinct to pop out of that. So
Right.
if you go all the way back to like when there were actually like common natural predators for humans, right? Like right in today's world, we don't worry about animals coming to kill us. Do they kill people? Yes. Will we talk about a whale later swallowing a kayaker? Yes. But it doesn't happen often anymore. But way back when it did, the common thing that people do is, or that any animal does when it's being preyed upon, is when there's a threat, you stop and you collect information about the threat. So that's like the freeze.
Right.
And they found that like 70% of people, they estimate, freeze and never get out of the freeze.
Yeah.
So freeze ends up being what they think is the most common for people in a high stress situation. So all that to say this: have you ever been in like a life or death for you or someone else situation? And if so, did you fight, flight, or freeze?
I don't think I've ever been like the most stressful, like a car accident, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people freeze in the car. Like your car pulls out in front of you, you're about to T-bone them. What do you do?
Yeah.
That's probably the most stress. Like I've never, like my life's never really been on the line. I don't think, and you know.
So car crash wise, this doesn't. I mean, it kind of is. But last week when we had the crazy amount of rain, that day,
Dude, I was hydroplaning everywhere.
I was on my way home from work and I was going to look at a truck over in Sportsman's Warehouse parking lot. I was meeting the guy over there, and I got off I was coming up 275, and there was a car like 3 cars in front of me getting on to 275. He hydroplaned. Car went on the side and was skidding onto 275.
Oh man.
And like at that time traffic like slowed down, and I like looked in my rearview mirror and I could see the dude like open, like his car was on its side.
Whoa.
And he was climbing out of the top of his car.
That's crazy.
I was like, I've never been on the road and seen I've seen an accident before, but not like
Cars get flipped or turned. Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah. I saw a car here, huge dump truck right here. This car just goes right into the dump. I mean, it lost the battle, obviously. Like that thing got wrecked, but like
that's crazy.
So you guys have never been in a near-death situation?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
was that?
I've never been.
So, one that really sticks out to me is, so we did a mission trip. I would say I was 15 or 16, and it was in Hazard, Kentucky.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah,
and that's it. So it's all mountains and stuff back through there. And we were doing. It was me and Tyler Sears, and like Kevin and my dad, and there was a bunch of us. But me and Tyler were like the only teenage boys. And so like we got finished one day early doing something. I think we were digging post holes or something for a ramp for this lady's house. And she lived on the side of a mountain, like straight up, like 50 feet into her backyard, straight cliff, probably 200 something feet down. And me and Tyler were like, let's go walk through the woods. Like we were just, I mean, we were teenagers wanted to go walk through the woods. And so we took off walking through the woods, and Tyler, I remember, climbed onto this tree that was like growing out of the side of this mountain. Like legit.
Yeah, I've seen
growing out of the side of it. And like that right there freaked me out. But I was like looking at him and I was like, oh, why not? So I went down with him.
On the same tree.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Out on a limb.
And so I remember Tyler, his foot slipped, and like he grabbed my arm so freaking tight, and like there for a second, I was just like, I didn't know what to do.
Because if he goes, you're going.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
And so that was like, I think that was the first time I've ever had that. Like,
so what did you do?
Like,
did you freeze?
I froze at first, and then I pulled him up. But yeah, that was, I remember like being terrified. And then we wound up going back up top and found a tire and rolled it off the side of it.
My Uncle Clint commented, how many stories do you want me to tell about you? The good ones. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I almost died at Red River Gorge once. I think I've told that story on here about I was jumping from like we were hiking. I went down a side of a trail, and there's like 100, 200-foot cliffs there,
Yeah.
and I saw like there's a 6-foot gap which was straight down, but if you're here, you're on the main trail. Over here was this like cool rock, big enough to jump and land on, and I jumped across to it fine. No, sorry, came back fine. I jumped across and hit it, and there was moss on top, and my feet went completely out from under me, and I went off the side of it and like grabbed the rock,
Oh,
and like
jeez.
like I was like waist down, like dangling off of it. And Christina, we were just married like a year or two, and she's watching from the other, like she's not doing the jump, and I probably shouldn't have. No, I definitely shouldn't have. But I remember like time slowing down and like grabbing and like how much time I had to pick where I wanted to grab onto the rock,
Yeah.
and being like, I need to get up right now, and like I cannot stay here, and
Right.
immediately standing up, and then that just flow of adrenaline,
Yeah.
or like we were out. Were you with us at Mount Vernon that year when the big lightning storm hit?
I've never been to Mount Vernon.
Really? Jenna, get on him. Jenna, get on him. I'm sure I'm sure he said about his near-death experiences. Fireman for
Oh yeah.
yeah.
whole career, so I'm sure they got tons of them. But some people are made that way to like want to run into that, but it's not for everybody. Like I don't think everybody could just learn to. Like we were in Mount Vernon, and one of the kids from our youth group that we were. If you've ever been to Sunfest, it's just a huge crowd, right?
Right.
And we were all together, and one of the groups of kids had gone over to go play some games over here, but it's all in the same field. But it's
Right.
just packed out, and a huge like lightning thunderstorm. It almost seemed like a tornado was going through,
Yeah.
and they made everybody evacuate like quickly, and like lightning was hitting on the field, like where we were. It was scary, and we all get back to a spot, and I'm looking around, I'm doing the head count, and like we're missing one, right? And you can't miss one. And I'm standing there like, this is not okay. So like I told the oldest kid there, I'm like, you keep everybody here. Like I am going to go find this person. And so I remember running through there with one of the other older kids, and like lightning and stuff getting thrown everywhere. And we eventually found her and took her back. But it was like, I don't know what there's no other option here. Like we have to go find this human so that we take everybody back. Like,
Right.
but I don't remember. I think you can be a fighter to your detriment.
Right.
So like, it's probably good I never went in the military, because I think I would be like, I need to go save that person, and they'd be like, no, if you do that, you're gonna get killed right now, and I'd be like, I'm gonna save them anyways, because I think you think you can, and then you're just dead along with
Right.
everybody. So like I don't think that would have been a good fit for me. But yeah, it turns out everybody freezes. It just
Yeah.
the determination is how long do you freeze,
Right.
and can you snap out
I
of
feel
it?
like this is a Final Fantasy segment. Like now we're talking about it, and I'm like, I've never had a near-death experience. Now, like on the way home, I'm gonna get hit by a train.
Spoke too soon.
Well, one of the stories that didn't make it for the Pod Bless was a guy that got pushed into a subway by a stranger.
We've already talked about this.
Did we talk about that?
I would be furious.
He didn't die.
No, the train went over him,
Yeah, he didn't
and
die.
he lived.
What?
That's when you get out and you fight.
Oh no, he had like a broken
I
pelvis.
know.
3
I'm just
ribs. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
when
you
you're
get
better though.
So would you not get electrocuted?
He didn't.
Yeah, that guy got charged with attempted murder. I
Yeah,
think
he
they
did.
caught him, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I would hope.
Was I not here for that when we talked
I
about that?
think
Well, I
so.
mean, it has been 2 weeks. So. But yeah, and the reason you fight or flight or freeze is because we don't train for those moments. So like firemen, policemen, military, like they train over and over. First responders, they train for that.
Right.
So you can train some of that out of you, but you don't train to take a seatbelt off. And then next thing you know, you're staring at a seatbelt going, what do I do with this
Well,
thing?
even police officers freeze, and
Oh yeah.
that costs,
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't
Yeah.
know
'Cause
that
at the end-
situation until you're in it.
Yeah.
yeah. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, all those people have a family to go back home to. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's kind of part of the job. I get like a firefighter, you've got to run in and save as many people as you can.
I would say and this is nothing against policemen. I would say less firemen probably freeze than policemen do.
Probably.
But then that's nothing to say bad about anybody.
No, I
It-
mean
there-
a fire. different situations.
Yeah.
I mean, those are two different
unknowns.
Right.
So the unknown with a police officer is with a person
Right.
who is completely unpredictable.
Exactly.
The unknown for a fireman is the fire. Noah says, "Do I need to talk crap to Brett?" No, he just doesn't have a near-death story, Noah. Noah thinks he almost dies every other day.
I ate some eggs and I almost died.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one lady who survived. They think she was the last survivor to get out. She froze. She has no clue how long she sat there as the plane's burning around her. And she said she remembered, like, the plane's burning and I'm going to die. And she was just trapped there. She woke up the people next to her, not physically, but like unfroze them, basically. They got out with her, but they died from their injuries because they were so badly burned.
Oh, geez.
And they just sat there and burned when they could have made it out because they froze.
I think I think a lot of us would freeze in
Yeah.
certain situations. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can't assume. You don't know until you're in it. That's one of the crazy things is like.
I just hope to never be in it. A life or death like situation.
That would be.
It's a goal.
That's the goal. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think car accident is the most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said they train so much that it just becomes second nature. Like you don't think about
Right.
the day. It's the job.
You
This
just
is
go.
what you do. Yeah. So training can work a lot of that out of you.
I think that's what the military's for, boot camp. And
Well, they just break you and then rebuild you into whatever they want, right?
Yeah.
war machines.
Even the Navy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
just try to drown you.
They do drown you. You know, you don't have to die to drown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
you can survive a drowning. I thought that if the word drowned was used, that that meant you
No,
were dead.
it's just
Ooh.
your lungs fill up with water.
Yeah. Yeah. They drown you?
No.
Okay, good. That's
They
good.
do in like the SEALs.
And the seals and stuff.
You didn't
they
want to do that?
No.
He's not tough enough.
Absolutely not.
The right stuff.
He could. 75 hard was a challenge.
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
that is a
back then
challenge.
that would have been easy.
You think so?
75 hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like literally any workout you want.
I weighed like 160 pounds.
Really? I weigh like 155.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Story time with Brett.
Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
Valentine's.
Day. The kids call it Valentine's Day. You guys got any special plans with the lady folk?
Tomorrow morning, I'll be at Hive.
Oh, you go there every.
I don't know what
weekend.
that is.
That's what she said she wanted. I said, "What do you want for Valentine's Day?" She's
What is
like,
It's a local restaurant.
The Hive. It's a really
Breakfast?
good breakfast place.
Oh, like First Watch, but better?
Yeah, it's right over by Brett's old house.
Huh. Where?
Like, isn't it like Jersey style food or something like that?
It's like
So it's-
home cooked.
Oh,
like-
okay.
So it wouldn't pass a health code?
It's
No,
good.
it's like it's really it's a kind of a reminds me of like a
It's hard to explain. It's like
Yeah.
one of those places you would find down by like the gorge that is really good.
Yeah, like a Miguel's Pizza.
You're right.
I've never been to the gorge either. See, I've never. That's
You've
why.
never been to the gorge.
That's
How
why,
have we never hiked together?
That's why I've never almost died.
We need to go to the gorge.
Dude, I'm in. It's great.
I've got a hammock for you and everything.
I've never done it.
Let's go.
Ask Christina. I was literally hanging off the. I'd have been. There's no. I mean, you die. Like there was no way I
yeah,
survived.
the
that.
gorge. People die. At
Yeah.
the gorge. Like
Couple like
Yeah,
almost
let's go.
2 people a year.
I mean,
Well,
it's
you don't
fun.
have to die.
Yeah.
Just if you
Just-
do stupid things, like you win
that
stupid
usually
prize.
those involve alcohol
Or
and-
animals.
Yeah.
Like there was a sign on one of the trails where a guy's dog went over the edge and he was trying to save it and he fell with it.
You just let that thing go.
That's what I would say, but there are other people who read that and go, "That's how you want to go out." I'm like,
Tomato, potato.
yeah, yeah. Okay, well, yeah. What about? I don't know. I have no plans.
No, do you ever do you guys always do something on Valentine's Day?
No.
Valentine's Day.
No, usually one of us is working,
Yeah.
but yeah, no.
I usually just pick a time around Valentine's Day, and then we'll be like, "Hey,
Well,
we'll
it's
go out that day."
Flower, like you
Yeah.
have to get flowers. That's
I hate Valentine's Day. Like
I do too.
I'm
I
with
think
you on
it's-
this one.
But you have to do it, or you feel like a jerk, and they make you feel like a jerk. And
I don't think so.
See, well, I'm at the point now where like Christina's like, "Don't waste the money." Like,
They say that.
No,
The-
she means it though.
The
Like,
one
she
time
actually means
the
it.
one
I
time
swear.
you're like, yes.
Yeah, like she really means that. Like if I went and spent $150 tomorrow on stuff for her, she'd be like, why? Like she'd be more angry with me than.
Yeah, but
Happy about it.
flowers are like $10.
Where are you getting your flowers for $10?
I mean, go to Kroger's and get the discount.
In
on
the
flowers.
springtime, there's a nice little truck that pulls right outside the work,
Sam's has cheap
and
bouquets.
it's a little flower truck lady.
Yeah, Reeves.
Mm-mm. I don't know the name.
just saying.
Hey,
Oh,
loving
yeah,
your
yeah.
spouse is more than just about one day. Okay, you guys, it's about
Yeah, you got to put in the work
365 days.
and that's why I hate Valentine's Day. You put in the work 364 other days to love your wife. Why do we have to put a label on it?
But do you?
Why do we have to put a label on it? What's the best Valentine's Day if you've done anything? What would you say the best day was for Valentine's Day?
I couldn't even tell you.
I mean, definitely when we were dating, right? So like
got
when
the whipped cream out.
No.
Oh, you guys had a dessert?
There was there was one year that we went when Lily was first born that we went on like the three of us went out and we dressed her up in her pretty red dress and it was cute. That was
Try-
Well, that's the
trying to
exact opposite direction that I went.
But no, when we were dating,
That sounds like a made up one.
I used to do like handwritten letters like made to look old and stuff like that and like go on a date and like that stuff's fun. But we just like we find stuff to do during the year. Like we're not limited to Valentine's Day
Right.
anymore. It's just like you wanna,
364 days.
we'll go to a play or we'll go do something together. Like we just went on a little date night a week and a half ago, and my parents watched the kids. What do we got?
I like that. That's a great idea.
That actually is a great idea.
I can't see it.
Uncle Clint said you both go to the card section, pick out cards, hand them to each other, and then put them back on the shelf.
So you don't have to pay the $15 for
No,
2 cards.
Dude,
Yeah.
when did they used to be cheap, right? Like
Yeah.
$2.99.
Yeah.
So I found once I had kids that the trick was get the kids to like make mommy a card, and
Yeah,
that was cute.
That seems
you
like
know?
a cheat
I
code.
looked out because Sarah can't eat any kind of chocolate or candy, or
Oh.
I don't have to do that stuff. And she kills
No,
every
you-
flower she gets.
Well, you buy the ones that are already snipped.
Huh?
You buy the ones that are already snipped.
Well, yeah, but
Brett's
even
like, I don't
those-
know why these flowers keep dying. like
No,
Brett,
no,
they're
no,
cut.
No. Even though she's like because you can do things to like keep them
Yeah.
alive longer. Sarah just doesn't.
yeah.
You just put the little packet, the little
Yeah.
sauce packet that comes with
I
it.
have a full fern in my house right now that has been in my house since it started getting cold. And
Like a
she's-
whole plant.
yeah, she's trying to keep it alive because she's like, these are $60 a year. She's like, we buy 2 of them a year.
I thought I thought they came back.
Well, that's it.
I don't think they die. I think
yeah,
they can.
no, if they stay out all year, they will die just because the frost like.
Are you sure?
Mhm.
What's the word for when they come back? Is that perennial?
And yeah, because
Yeah.
you would think
Yeah.
they're annuals, but they're not.
No,
'cause they come back
annuals,
annuals.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how I remember it.
but
That's
that's
my
it.
Michael Scott.
So we've had a full fern in our house since it got cold, and the leaves are like dried up on it. And every time Ollie, my big dog, will come by and he sits in front of it with his tail and just knocks every leaf off of it.
Bro,
And
the
they're all
internet
throughout
says
my house.
ferns can take they're perennials. They can take it.
So I can put this thing out back.
That's just what the internet says, man.
Just do it, and if it happens, it happens.
Hold on.
I'm gonna yell at her when I get home.
Happy Valentine's Day. You're getting beat because the fern's inside.
No, I've got 2 hours, so we need to wrap this up so I can yell at her today and then buy her flowers tomorrow.
Okay,
Or just yell at her,
she's right. She's right.
Joey.
No. I'm looking at it right here.
Well, you
Ferns
just-
can die in the frost.
You have given us 2 different answers.
They are both perennials and plants that can die in the frost.
Right.
Both
then
answers
I
are
was gonna
correct.
say,
doesn't
a
sound
lot
like
of 'em-
perennials.
A lot of plants just die in the frost.
They have tropical roots, not like the roots, but like
Right.
they're tropical
How
plants.
is it that the plants you want to live, like let's say a fern, die in the cold, but every single weed that's
Yeah.
in the garden
Yeah.
right now will
Yeah.
live through the winter?
right.
Yep. If it drops below 26 to 28, set your fern against the house, it says.
Yeah. She tried that last year.
And they died.
They are expensive.
She's right.
She just doesn't have a green thumb. It's okay.
Occasional cold nights, but They will
You're
not
living
survive.
Ludlow. Go to
freeze.
somebody else's house that
Just steal one.
when hers dies, just go
Oh my
take one else.
gosh.
Somebody's porch.
We got a fern thief between two ferns in your house. He said, "Oh, well, my uncle Clint he also did landscaping for most of his career as a side job too. So he's an expert on this as well."
They're the hanging
Yeah.
ferns. That's
Yeah.
the one that we have. Are the ones you hang.
Oh, that's why. Okay, if they're
Yeah.
rooted, then they have a better shot because
Oh,
the
okay.
ground temperature is
Warmer.
different. But even this year, I bet the ground got. It's
Yeah.
been a rough winter,
Yeah.
and it just won't quit. Every time I go outside, it's spitting
said-
snow. I'm like,
I was gonna
"Come
say they
on."
said the cold weather for this year is supposed to last until like March,
Ugh.
and it's like the coldest it's been in this area for like a couple hundred years.
Global
Sweet.
warming my butt.
Yeah, man, if the people who brought up global warming could go back, what check they would write to change it to climate change.
Well, and like
Like if they just use better terminology, it makes so much more sense. But like it's such it's low hanging fruit.
it's so I don't know.
The Earth goes through changes. The Earth goes through changes.
Right.
It just happens.
It drives me nuts.
Are we affecting it?
Drill,
Probably.
baby, drill. No, I'm just teasing.
I'm not. I mean,
Uh,
I paid $2.50 for gas today. Yeah,
Right.
I was happy. So I'm not gonna lie, and I'd like that to continue to go down. So
Yeah.
that means
So
cranking.
drill, baby, drill.
Apple turned they look up your Apple right now and look at the Gulf of America because
Yeah,
it's on
I
there.
saw that.
Today. They changed it.
Apple did that.
Apple and Google,
Google.
today changed it to
Google
Gulf of
did
America.
it first. They
Yeah.
did it
Like,
earlier this
earlier.
week, I think.
I thought they did it today. They did it this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Apple did
Hey,
today.
what's the new product that Apple's releasing?
I don't know. I haven't heard about this.
It's next week. They're releasing something.
Like new, like
Like-
brand new
It's
product.
new. It said new. It was a post by Tim Cook, who's the CEO, I guess. It said what new to the family.
Apple
and-
Glass. Like, are they gonna have better glasses?
I don't know.
Dude, I can't wait till like this would be Apple glasses. It's gonna happen. I hope before we die.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
Just,
Have you seen the Meta Ray-Bans?
yeah.
Yeah, but don't you still have to wear
guy
a battery
I work with-
pack for those?
No,
Mm-mm.
you charge them in the case.
Yeah, you charge them in the
Oh.
case.
So you charge your case, and then when you don't have them on, you put them.
Dude, I can't wait till just my glasses here. I can pull up websites.
See, these are the. If we could buy a Valentine's gift for one another,
Oh, like a Broentine's gift.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Tim Cook on Thursday announced that a new addition to the Apple family tree would arrive next week.
See?
The Apple CEO posted 7-second clip on X teasing a launch next Wednesday. Didn't provide many details, though the clip showed a metallic Apple logo with
And it was,
a
like, spinning.
glowing ring around it.
Yeah.
Huh.
I wonder what it is.
oh, I'm
Mm.
excited.
I wonder what it is that I can't afford.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
right?
I wonder what $700.
Oh, I wish.
Hey, I got $700 blowing a hole in my pocket.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Burning, usually people say.
Well, no, it's blowing a hole
No,
because
it's-
it went out of
it's
my pocket.
Burning a hole in your pocket because
No.
it's hot because you want
Yeah,
to spin.
I don't want to catch fire. I don't want to be in that situation.
You could
I'd
freeze.
freeze.
You got anything, Colin?
No, I don't.
It's the end of the world.
I just pressed a button.
It's
My bad.
Oh, you want to hear something funny?
I do.
That soundboard that you put in Sarah's classroom?
Yeah.
Cooper
It
figured
has
out
all
that-
the sounds on it. We need to
and he-
wipe that.
and he's he's hitting the say amen somebody.
we need to wipe that.
He told Sarah he wants to do it while she's
Did they
talking.
come out through the speakers? Oh, we need to wipe that board.
He said he wants to do it while she's talking on Sunday.
No.
when she's preaching amen.
We need to
somebody."
wipe that board. We need to wipe it clean. Oh man. All right. Well, let's bless somebody then. Here we go. This is from, let's see, Chile, which other people would pronounce as Chile. I
Ooh,
think they
Chile
say
sounds
Chile.
good.
Chile does sound good. It's chilly weather right now. Have you had the Grater's chili ice cream yet?
Oh, we talked about this last week.
I know I haven't talked to anybody who's had it yet.
No, it
Damn.
doesn't sound appetizing.
I know. I want to try it though. Here we go. From
It's got
Chile
crackers in it.
and cheese.
That's disgusting.
Oh.
No,
Mhm.
I'm good.
cold. No.
Yeah.
Cold crackers.
But it has Grater's ice cream in it too, so that might make up for the crazy.
Probably not.
Here we go. From Chile. A humpback whale briefly swallows kayaker in Chilean Patagonia, and it's all captured on camera. If you want to look this up, you can see it online. A humpback whale briefly swallowed a kayaker off the Chilean Patagonia before quickly releasing him unharmed. The incident, caught on camera, quickly went viral. Last Saturday, Adrian Simancas was kayaking with his father, Del, in the Bahia El Aguila. I tried it, near the there's
Man,
so
we
many
need
words
Josh.
You say
Sinistro Lighthouse in the Strait of Magellan. I can say that one. When a humpback whale surfaced, engulfed Adrian in his yellow kayak for a few seconds before letting him go. Del, just meters away, which is, it says meters, parentheses, yards. Like, I don't know they're both units of measurement. Captured the moment on video while encouraging his son to stay calm. You can hear him in the video saying, stay calm, stay calm. Adrian told the Associated Press, I thought I was dead. I thought it had eaten me and swallowed me. He described the terror of those few seconds and explained it, that his real fear set in only after resurfacing, fearing that the animal would come back for him or his dad and that they would die. Apparently, water's cold there right now. Despite the experience, Del remained focused, filming, reassuring his son while grappling with his own worry. His dad's like, "This is gonna be all right. It'll be fine, boy. Just hold your breath. He'll spit you back up. You probably taste terrible." When I came up and started floating, I was scared that something might happen to my father too. While the son's worried about his dad's just recording, like, oh.
I mean, what's the dad gonna do?
No, but yeah, fight or flight, bro. Like, there's a
he
new
just
one.
jumps in. He's fighting.
There's a new F. No, there's a fourth F. Film.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, fight, flight, freeze, or film.
Yeah.
Which is real too, by the way. People watching, people get
That
mugged
drives me
or
nuts.
killed, and they're recording it on
that
camera.
drives me nuts.
I'm like, help a guy. Like,
Right.
whatever. After a few seconds in the water, Adrian managed to reach his father's kayak and was quickly assisted.
His dad kicked him off.
Hey, man.
This is
Come on,
mine.
What are you doing?
This thing's following you.
This is a one-man kayak, brother. Yeah. I already chose to sacrifice you, boy. Like, let's see. None of that matters. None of that matters. Yeah, while whale attacks on humans are extremely rare, whale deaths from collisions with cargo ships have increased in the past years, and strandings have become a reoccurring issue in the last decade. So,
Yep, that's how we feel.
what?
I just envision this humpback whale.
Sorry, I just got a yawn there.
This humpback whale like is eating this guy, and it's like like a spitball.
But like, what? So what would actually happen? Like, okay, say you got swallowed by the whale.
Yeah.
Like, would you drown?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you would drown. Before you got digested, you would drown.
Do you think there's no like air?
If you had a knife,
Could you cut
could you
your
cut
way out?
yourself out of the?
If you were Jonah, you could just camp out for a couple of days.
Dude,
Back up.
let's try it.
Well,
Well,
you
your
think-
question is there enough space inside a whale's stomach for you to actually live there?
Right.
I don't know. Let me look up how big a humpback whale stomach is. You
Well,
guys keep talking.
what if he was like, "Hey, there was another guy down there, and he had like a fire going." It was actually
I know what we should do with the homeless.
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't that be crazy? That
It's like an RV.
like if you were in one and there was air, and then it dove. Like, don't they go like miles?
Yeah.
yeah.
You would explode, right?
Okay. I don't know. Is the
Right.
well, is that it's not pressurized, right? Well, here's what I'm finding. Humpback whales have multiple stomachs.
Ooh,
So
it's got apartments.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's high money in New York. It's not a
Goodness.
studio. Apartment.
Studio.
sorry. There's a lot of questions. You guys need to keep filling here because this is
Oh,
going to take
okay.
me a second. But
What
yeah.
would you do? Would you get your knife if you had a knife? Would you get your knife out and just start cutting?
Absolutely.
Oh.
I mean,
A humpback whale could not swallow a human because the throat of a humpback whale is the size of your fist.
that
So
makes
that's probably
sense.
why it spit him out.
Yeah, so it literally couldn't swallow him, so it probably like choked a little bit and then spit him back out. So he couldn't have been eaten by it unless he was chewed up.
So
Wait,
did we just
so Jonah's full of.
It doesn't say it was a whale; it says it was a fish.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do humpback whales have teeth?
Yes,
Have sharp teeth?
I think their teeth is like hair almost. because
Yeah, they
it's-
don't have teeth.
They're like
They have baleen plates, which are fibrous comb-like
Yeah.
structures that filter small prey
Shark
from
tails.
the water. Shark tail.
That's what as soon as you asked that, I was like, oh yeah, he was cleaning the whale
That's hilarious.
because he works at the car wash.
Yeah.
Or the whale wash.
I think you could drown in its mouth,
Yeah.
but
Wouldn't
that's
you
aggressive.
just stand up?
No.
I don't think there's enough room to stand up. Also, he's in his kayak. His kayak got caught up in there too.
Right.
So he probably gagged up the kayak and he just came out with it.
It's great.
Why do people kayak on the ocean? I don't get that.
I
No,
don't get that
I
either.
don't understand. Unless if you have like the little like motor, like the
Like a trolling
electric
motor.
trawling motor.
Dude, I
No.
saw a video the other day of a guy fighting a great white away from his kayak with a
Nope.
paddle.
I'm good.
Nope. Nope.
Once again, that's why I.
Just take a firearm with you. Like, you know
Uh,
what's gonna scare a great white away? Yeah, a 45.
Or just take a normal boat. Like,
But
I mean-
do it for the workout.
yeah.
Bro, if a great white shark he was on the surface, you could see his fin. You put one slug in that dude, he's going away.
Yeah. That's it. So when I lived in Virginia and we would do like fly arounds
Yeah.
out on the water,
Oh,
like just seeing the people out there, because there's always people out there in the Chesapeake Bay area, like fishing
Yeah.
and stuff on kayaks. We like constantly were like almost hitting people just because they didn't care.
yeah.
And they would just like, they don't really show up on radar.
Kayakers famously don't care. They're the bicyclists of
Right.
the water. Yeah.
So they deserve to be.
I don't mean that. They're not the Route 8 bicyclists on the
Oh
water.
my gosh!
but
Every time I drive by one of those people, I just want to slap. Because they're usually standing up pedaling. I just want to smack them right in the butt.
There's a park on Route 8 that has like miles of loop of bike track. And
Are
like,
Talking about the one by the softball fields?
yeah,
Yes.
you can ride around that. I've done it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And it's way safer than
Well,
riding
there's
on
trails
Route
up
8.
at the Ville.
Crazy. But I'm off topic. We have to bless somebody here. Man, the father or the son?
The
Father.
father.
Yeah.
Who else would have been freaking out?
Right.
This dude's just
Yeah.
holding the phone up.
Maybe
would be
he
so
he
mad.
knew that whale.
Once I got like I would push him out of the kayak.
Where were you?
Yeah. Thanks.
Now
I mean,
you're
even though
swimming.
you couldn't do anything, but
You're right.
thanks for filming me.
So
Relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
calm down, calm down. So Del Simankis.
Pod bless your heart, sweetie.
Did you guys ever see the Egypt video?
I need more than that.
It's really, I don't want to bring it up.
Wow, now I want to.
It's about the shark attack.
In Egypt?
Yeah.
Recently?
No, it's been a couple years, but it was like all over
King
the,
Tut.
it was all over the internet.
Why don't you want it? Was it gruesome?
Yeah, the video was of like, I think he was like a 20-something-year-old guy, and he was swimming, and a shark got him, and like he was alive, like, but the shark was like eating his lower half, and he was like screaming. His dad was like 100 yards away,
It's like the worst possible way to get killed by a shark.
and
I'm assuming he
was-
died. By the way.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did, and
But-
he
but,
was
like-
but there's video of the dude like
Getting
getting eaten,
consumed,
and like just the
and nobody
it
can
w-
do anything.
No, it was so sad.
That's
And, like screaming for his dad. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my, I couldn't imagine being that dude's dad.
gonna end the show
Did-
on that one.
Speaking of Egypt, did you know that they've only discovered like
Can
one?
Is this
1%?
inappropriate?
Mm.
You liked it.
I did like it. It's
You
funny.
liked it. Sorry, I was looking for something else. I was
What were
looking
you
for
saying?
this.
The archaeologists have only uncovered 1% of the tombs of Egypt.
Is that true?
Yeah,
I mean,
according to Wesley Huff.
He probably knows.
it's less than 1%. They've only like surveyed less than 1% of the ocean.
Yeah.
And
That-
that's like coastal ocean.
So they have all that stuff and all those tombs.
So
of all
stuff that
those-
was out of the water at
Yeah.
one point. It's wild.
The ocean's terrifying.
Yeah.
Just
is.
the scariest space, if not more scary because it's closer.
I will go to the beach but I will not go very far.
I don't ever want to go on a cruise. I just don't have the desire.
You don't swim or anything. I'd go on a cruise.
Nope. Nope. There's
I
something in the
wouldn't.
water bigger than that boat.
Well, and even
Loch Ness
that,
Monster.
like, I have no desire. Like, you're gonna be with, yes, you'll be with you and whoever you take with you, but you're also with 1,000 other random people stuck.
I saw a video.
Like-
Have you been on a cruise? Anybody?
I mean, I was on one for 6
Oh, yeah.
months.
Sorry, I forgot. That's not a cruise.
You got
But, like,
paid for that cruise.
The darkness of the ocean at night
Yeah.
is terrifying.
Yeah.
So the person was like, I'm having a blast on my cruise, but they never tell you about this. And they move their phone over to the ocean, and it's just as the darkest you've ever experienced, but
Yeah.
darker. And nothing, just nothing out
Yeah.
there. It's like, oh, like, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Like being in space.
Ugh. Speaking of which, when are they going to bring those 2 people back from the International Space Station? Those poor people.
It keeps getting delayed.
I know. They delayed
Like, they
it
keep pushing it
again
back.
to March. Is it March now, right?
Yeah. I think it's end of March now.
Yeah.
Who's signing up for T-Mobile Starlink?
Oh, they're doing Starlink too?
They're giving it to you for free. If you switch over to T-Mobile Starlink,
Oh, so like Musk Starlink, they partnered? Or
yes, with T-Mobile, and they're giving you it's cell service through the Starlink. So their slogan is anywhere you can see the sky, you got cell service.
Huh.
And
I'll be the judge.
and it's
of
in
that.
it's in the beta. They're testing it out.
Yeah.
But if you switch over till July, you don't have a phone bill.
I mean, I don't have a phone bill anyways.
So as of February
I
11th,
don't care.
NASA switched out their capsule they were going to launch up for a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule and moved the rescue date up to March 12th.
Rescue? They're stranded?
They've been there. You haven't heard
Yeah.
about this?
No.
They went for like they were supposed to be up there for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
or 3
and
weeks.
it was like in December or
Yeah.
like November that they were supposed to come back.
How did they get enough food? Because I'm
Oh,
assuming
There's tons of
they
food
have
up there.
they have to plan for.
There's tons
yeah,
of food up there.
They have to, and they're on the International Space Station, aren't they?
A couple of weeks ago, it's a lady and a guy that are stuck up there, and she said that the hardest thing about coming back to Earth is going to be learning to walk again.
Yeah.
Because you don't ever have to walk anywhere. Like
That's-
when
Yeah.
in zero gravity, you
float.
tuck, like they have they tuck in and they sleep.
Well, and they have to do.
yeah.
They have to they have treadmills.
Don't they tie
and,
down?
Well, and like they have to work out because your muscles
you
and
lose bone
bones.
density.
Yeah, you atrophy.
It's bad
It's
for
like
your eyes
being
too.
bedridden for
Yeah.
X amount of months.
And like on Earth, we have a radiation shield from the sun, but in there you don't.
Right.
So it's like really bad for your eyes, even when they're closed. They get like
No.
penetrated by radiation.
Have you guys ever seen or read saw what Neil Armstrong his thing he did whenever he came back?
When he flew it by hand.
No, well, that
Okay, was that him or was that John Glenn?
look at Randy's. I would assume.
For science, I mean,
Yeah.
you like they might not be, but I'm telling you, people have done
Oh, you
had
know
in
they have.
space for
Out of
science.
all of the Russians and
Yeah.
Chinese, that have
I
been
was
up there,
I was thinking that.
But no, so whenever Neil Armstrong came back, he went on this crazy tour in the Amazon, looking for stuff in the for months.
Wow.
It was crazy.
So they were originally scheduled to go up and back in a week, but technical issues delayed their spacecraft's return, and it's been 8 months.
It's been 8 months?
8
I didn't realize it's
months.
been that long.
It says almost 8 months as of January 30th.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
How can Elon not send somebody up there?
he's the one that's making the rescue
Yeah, the
possible.
SpaceX.
They had to switch out the NASA capsule for a SpaceX capsule. Yeah.
Well, and it costs billions of dollars. Just to manufacture to get stuff to the point where they can go do it.
If they leave on March 12th, they will have been in space for 250 consecutive days.
Wow. That's
What's the
crazy.
longest anybody's ever been in space?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask. Hold on. Phil,
It's got to be
Jamie.
it's got to be some Russian guy. I
Yes.
guarantee you it's a
Yeah.
Russian person.
Look that up, Jamie.
You got to fill.
What does Mark Norman always say? Look it up. on the
JMO.
yeah, protect our parks.
Look it up. JMO. Give it a goog.
Give it a goog.
Russian cosmonaut
Knew it.
Valery Poykov in 1994 to 1995. He was in space for 437 days and 18 hours.
They've been there long enough. They need to just break that record.
How crazy.
He should stay almost twice as long as they've
Twice as
been.
long.
Is that what you're
We're
saying?
running out of food, but you know what? We
Yeah.
really want to break this record.
For NASA, the longest is Frank Rubio in 2023. He stayed in space for 371
Mark's
days.
brother.
Yeah.
Mark Rubio.
Was that one of the twins? Didn't the two guys that were twins? One went up.
Mark Rubio is a politician.
Oh no, there was. They sent one up
It's
to space,
Marco.
and the other one stayed here. And then they did a comparison afterward to study like what happened to
Oh,
their
really?
molecular structure. The one got taller. If you go to space that long, you get taller because your spine decompresses.
I'm going to space.
Well, it comes back. And yeah,
Dang it.
you
Never
pay
mind.
for it. You pay for it. Most cumulative time in space, NASA has that record. So if you combined every trip they took,
Oh.
is 655 days set by Peggy Whitson. So
Would you
There you
guys
go.
ever go to space?
I couldn't get over my claustrophobia. So if I could get over that part, I would.
See, but I feel like you would be with, like, if you were with people,
It'd be
I
better.
feel like the claustrophobia wouldn't be an issue.
I can't get on an elevator.
Well, you're weird.
So, like, I don't get on elevators at hospitals, or we are just forcing it as a country. What does he mean? Oh, like the, okay. Like the president calls, and it's like, hey,
Get in there.
like, what does he think? How does he think this is happening? Like, I don't think that's how that works. But yeah, space. I don't know how we got there.
If I went into space, I would be on the Apollo 13 shuttle.
No, I want to be on one of the. Did you ever watch The Martian with
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg? Mark Wahlberg. Matt.
Matt
D-
Damon.
I always get them mixed up. But the spaceship, the Hermes spacecraft that they were on, where it was like simulated gravity and it was like large and you could walk around.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, I could do that.
The most space I want to get into is at Disney World, where
Have you seen where they discovered actual water on Mars? Not frozen or previous water.
Subterranean.
Actual water.
Wha- Under the ground.
Mhm.
I did not see this. The rocks 10 to 20 kilometers below the surface.
Isn't that crazy?
That is cool. It says a new analysis of Mars suggests. Have they actually found it?
Oh, maybe not then. Maybe that's
Well,
what I've been
'cause-
heard or been told.
The moment you exposed it to air, it would freeze, right?
Right. I mean, they have or no, they don't have atmosphere.
No, it would boil or freeze, depending on which
Right.
phase of the.
Hmm.
I wonder what the average temperature of Mars is.
Cold.
Isn't this cool how we have all that information at our fingertips? Negative 85.
Yeah.
it's not that
Yeah,
bad.
because that's Elon said that to create an atmosphere, they would have to set off a nuke in the atmosphere, like around it, and that would help create like an actual atmosphere.
Turns
for
out
it.
modern nukes don't have the fallout level that like Hiroshima, Nagasaki nukes do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that till the
They're like
yeah.
they're cleaner nukes.
Basically, yeah. It gets as high as 70 degrees though.
Oh, that ain't bad.
It's a nice day.
Yeah.
It also gets as low as negative 225 at
Florida.
night,
Florida.
every night. That's bad. It does
There's-
have an atmosphere, a very thin one.
Thin one.
If they said you could go to Mars and live there to be the test life on Mars, would you do it?
No, I really like.
I want like at
the
least
people here.
1,000 people to have gone to Mars before I'm like, yeah, I'd do it.
I think that's too low of a number. I'll be honest with you. I think 1,000.
Successfully do it.
I think 1,000 is too low of a number.
You want 1,000 to go up and come back
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you do it.
No, I don't think there's a comeback. Right?
I mean,
There's always a comeback.
I guess.
I must made an
I know.
inappropriate joke.
I watched both of you think it, and I watched both of you repress it. So thank you for refraining.
Kim Kardashian.
Yes, I knew. We all know the joke, Colin. Refrain. But yeah, I mean, it would take.
Pretty sure.
I mean, did you ever play Call of Duty Infinite?
Yeah.
That was the whole plot line. Was
Yeah.
like we colonized Mars, but they decided that they're Mars now. They're not
That
us.
game sucked.
The storyline was amazing. It was one of the best storylines of any Call of Duty.
They all like mashed together for me because I took like a 2-year break, but I've played all of them.
Was that the one where you could like wall run?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it sucked.
And you had like jetpacks and stuff.
But the storyline was great. Conor McGregor was in it. Come on now. The dude that was in Game of Thrones that died and came back was in it. I don't know his name. I never saw the show.
Jon
but
Snow?
What? Say it again.
Jon Snow?
Yeah, that guy. He was in it. Because that was when they first started like capturing actual actors for the video game.
What was the first one that they did like Fortnite, like the Warzone? Was it Black Ops 3?
Modern Warfare? I don't remember.
Was it? I don't remember either.
I just
that
remember
one was
playing
fun,
it.
though.
I remember playing Black Ops 3 a lot.
A lot.
Mhm.
A lot. And it was search and destroy all the time.
Because Search is the best game mode. Come on now. We got 3 more times before we finish the show. That's all I got, you guys. You got Josh.
We're good.
Feel better? You know?
Yeah, feel better, Josh.
Yeah. We didn't drop any cameras or anything, so that's good.
Oh.
I got close, but I didn't do it.
Oh my gosh. I was freezing on that one.
Yeah, you definitely froze up there. You guys got anything else or?
No, we're good.
No?
You're good? Okay. If you like the show, tell friends about it. Follow us on all the social medias. You'll find us just about on all of them. What else do I need to say? Peace, love, and little donuts. I'm going to sneeze.
Not on the donuts, though.
No. I'm good. That's all. Yeah, that's it. So
That's all, folks.
yeah, I'm Joey.
I'm Josh.
I'm Brett.
Wait, what?
And this
is
Pod
Pod
Bless.
Bless. I need the old one, the new one. That one, right? Yeah, I remember how to do this, kind of. Search is awful, real slow. I'm trying.
Every episode, something fresh and new. Bubbles on your feet, spreading light and glee. Joey, Josh, and Brett, talking scripture free.
Still haven't been able to make a good AI song.
Dude, you knocked it out of the park first try.